Okay, so let's start. Today I would like to tell you about our excellent device, which is called Sedative. It is a device based on the extremely high frequencies, but it has only one mode, the background resonance radiation mode. It is similar to the second mode of the Sedative and Sedative Mini devices. I have it here. Mine is blue, but actually there are versions in other colors, in red, black, and yellow. But it is just a decoration. All the devices are the same. It doesn't matter what the color is. So the background resonance radiation functions in the following way. The device captures the electromagnetic waves of a biological object. In our case, it's the human body. Then the device repeats the radiation of the body, sends back the waves which are absolutely similar to the waves which are emitted by the human body. And this enables us to suppress weak pathological cells and to maintain normal functioning of healthy cells. This device was designed for protection of people from the negative influence of electromagnetic fields. And so this device is an excellent way how to cope with this negative influence of the electromagnetic fields. Now I will show you how to use it. It is very simple. Я просто сама себя не вижу, потому что it is very simple. Just put the bracelet with this oscillator inside, so it is on your wrist. This way it will be more efficient, because the waves come from the oscillator, from this side of the bracelet. And switch on the button which enable you to activate the device. When you click on it, the green blinking light will appear, but please don't look at it for a long time because it can damage your eyes. This active radiation will last for 1 minute. After this, the device switches off automatically. And in order to realize the full resonance effect, please leave the bracelet on your hand at least for 45 minutes, but you can do it for a longer time. Actually, you can use it for all day long in this passive background resonance radiation mode. Also, the bracelet is switched on automatically when you come to a place with strong electromagnetic activity. If you don't believe it, you can try it yourself. For example, if you have this bracelet on your wrist and you come close to a microwave which is on, the bracelet will also switch on automatically. So, what is happening in your organism when this radiation is being emitted for 1 minute? Within 1 minute, the frequencies affect the blood through the radial artery, which is situated here on your wrist, in the place where you can hear your pulse. This is also a place where the acupuncture points are located. And then it switches off, but the device continues to purify your blood in the mode of the background resonance radiation. This influence eliminates clots of blood that appear in your body under the influence of electromagnetic fields. It also prevents spasms of vessels, improves the flow of oxygen into the blood, and intensifies the removal of toxic substances from the body, from the blood. Let's speak about the indications when it is recommended to use this device. The Sedative Air is a medical device which is designed for everyday use. It helps to fight, as I have already mentioned, the negative influence of electromagnetic fields, which are produced by such aggressors as power lines, electric wiring inside, which are situated inside buildings. Also, any kind of domestic electric appliances, personal computers, television, of course, mobile phones, satellite and cellular communications, radar installations, and also metro, trolleybuses, elevators, traffic lights, and electronics in the car. As you see, these aggressors which emit electromagnetic fields are everywhere. So Of course, it's impossible to fight with it because these things also create our everyday comfort, and the only thing we can do is to adapt ourselves to it. So this device is an excellent way how you can do it. It will not protect you from the negative influence of the electromagnetic radiation, but it will help your organism to fight with its negative consequences. So this mode of background resonance radiation is effective for treating a wide range of diseases. It can be applied within complex therapy of diseases of the nervous system, cardiovascular system, for relieving pain of any kind and any location and any origin in your body. It can be also used for facilitating immunity and for reducing fatigue. So people who use it have more energy and are less tired. It also supports your body against stress and psychological disbalance, and it improves your sleep, and which is very important, the quality, the efficiency of the sleep. So you can sleep for as long as you did before, but you just feel more energy than you did before because the sleep is more efficient. This device in general helps the organism to adapt to the surrounding world, to the modern civilization of the anthropogenic equipment and the electromagnetic fields, and reduces the negative influence of these factors. There are also contraindications against using this device. For example, people with unspecified diagnosis shouldn't use it. Also, pregnancy is a contraindication. Pregnant women should be careful with it. And people with pacemakers and other implanted devices in their body should use it only after consultation with a doctor because there might be problems caused by this. The small size of the device makes it possible to wear it on your wrist all the time. And whenever you feel any kind of discomfort or pain in any part of your body, you can just activate it. And
спроси, пожалуйста, у Максима, если качество записи достаточно, потому что здесь пишут, что я, короче, очень медленный интернет.
Martino, je to v pořádku? Je ta kvalita nahrávání v pořádku? Protože nám se píše, že mám příliš pomalý internet.
Aha, mikrofon.
Mikrofon. Máš vypnutý mikrofon.
Promiň, občas mně přijde, že je tvoje řeč pomalejší než video.
Tak chvíličku.
I'm sorry for the technical problem, but we need to make some settings.
Мартіно, дайте там паузу в награванні, jo? Jo, pauzu. Ne...
Nahrávám.
Zapisujete. Okay, so this device can be used anytime. People use it even use it at home, at work, while doing sports even, and during traveling. So it's it's a convenient option of the extremely high frequencies devices. And how should it be used when you have any kind of discomfort in your body? You just take this device, you apply it to the place where you feel discomfort. For example, if it's in your arm, you can do like this and press on this button. During 1 minute, the waves affect this sick place, this center of pathology, and the device captures the frequency characteristic of your problem, of your pathology, for 1 minute. After 1 minute, it stops blinking, so this information is already recorded in the oscillator, and since this moment, the oscillator begins to emit the same waves as the sick place is emitting. So 100% resonance appears. The 100% resonance is possible only in this mode, the background resonance radiation mode. And you just apply this oscillator to the sick place. and wear it here for at least 45 minutes, but you can also wear it for a long time. If you have any kind of chronic problem, it is recommended to put it on the sick place for a long time, maybe even for the whole day if it's possible. If you have any kind of acute pain or an illness with acute syndromes, you should repeat the recording of the information a few times a day. I mean, you should repeat this active mode a few times and then continue wearing the device on the place which has a problem. This leads to suppression of the illness, to suppression of the pathological cells, and to activation of good ones. Also, it is important to mention that there are some things you should pay attention at. For example, this device has a soft sedative effect. That's why people who are very sensitive to it should be careful, and maybe they should limit activities which require a high level of attention. For example, shouldn't drive right after using the device because they might feel sleepy. But it's not for everybody. It's only for those who are very sensitive. You will check it yourself and know your situation. And also, important thing is that you shouldn't use the device in the active mode for more than 30 minutes per day. It's a limitation, 30 minutes. Every time you click on the button, it is 1 minute. It takes 1 minute. So you can click on it 30 times a day, but not more. But you can wear the device all the time during the day and even during the night in the background resonance mode. This is recommended. An advantage of this device is the fact that it is compatible with other kinds of treatment and therapies and can facilitate them. For example, the use of this device improves the efficiency of taking medicine, and at the same time it enables to reduce the dosage of the prescribed medicine. And in some cases it even enables you to stop using the medicine. And it can also be combined with any kind of other therapies. Using the device allows to reduce the time of hospital treatment of a wide range of diseases. It enables you to improve the effect of rehabilitative treatment. It can also be used for prevention because it improves immune system. And as for clinical studies, they have confirmed that there are no complications and side effects of using this device. Some patients have been observed for 1 or 2 years during their therapy, and no side effects were noticed. And now I would like to share with you the experience of the users of this device, because we receive some testimonials of people who use the Ekatomare. And there are a lot of them, but there are general points, the general effects which have been noticed by many people. This is probably the most interesting part because it is the real experience of people. So almost everybody who is using it notices that they have more energy thanks to using this device, because people just sleep for the same number of hours as they did before, but they somehow wake up in the morning with more energy than they used to have before. Many people just wear it while sleeping, or if it's not convenient, they put it near the pillow or near the bed, so it works in this background resonance mode during the night. This device also helps with any kind of discomfort and pain. I have mentioned it, and many people mentioned that it helps them to cope with diseases. There were even quite serious ones. For example, one lady from Tomsk, from a Russian city, says that she had a problem, that she had stones in kidneys. And she just applied this device to her kidneys every day. Then she went to bed, and began to do her things, to read books and so on. And this device was just applied to her kidneys. And after some time, the stones disappeared from her body, from her kidneys. Also, there were cases when people treated osteochondrosis or the pain of joints thanks to using this device. And many people mentioned the headache, that if they apply it to their head, it helps very quickly within a few minutes or an hour. Also, many people use it for structuring water. As you know, we have special devices for structuring water. For example, the ketone water activator. It is convenient because it is attached to a special bottle, so it's just convenient to use it. But in fact, the frequencies are the same, so this ketone air device can be also used for structuring water. You can just take a bottle of water or a glass, put it close to the oscillator, and the same. Click on the button and let it emit the frequency from 1 hour. Oh, 1 minute, sorry. 1 minute. And once it has stopped blinking, just keep it like this. You can even fix it with this bracelet. For about 10 minutes, or maybe even longer, but 10 minutes is usually enough. After this, the water is structured. It is all the negative information is erased, so it's good for drinking. And many people say that they even can feel that the taste has improved. Also, people structure the food and other kinds of drinks other than water with this device, with these frequencies. Just erase the negative information from the drinks and the food they consume.
Can we fix the wine?
Sorry?
Can we fix some red wine?
Red wine?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. So read such a testimonial that indeed wine becomes more tasty because somehow all the flavor becomes more visible after getting in touch with these frequencies. You can try it yourself if you don't believe. I don't know, but it's not an opinion of one person. It's been confirmed by independent users. So yeah, it is said that any flavor of food or drinks just becomes more obvious and more pleasant after the contact with these extremely high frequencies, which is interesting. Also, many users use this device for coping with stress. As I have mentioned, it's also one of its functions, and people who have a lot of stress at work use it just to improve their stressability. For example, one of the users is a guy who is a manager of a few different projects, so he has a very stressful work. He is also from Russia, also from Tomsk, from that Russian city. And he says that he is very busy at work, so he can't wear this device all day around at different meetings. So he just puts it at night near his pillow, and it helps him to wake up refreshed and relaxed, so he's ready for another stressful day. Also, many users have mentioned that their immunity has become better after using this device. They don't catch a cold so often, and if they do, this cold disappears within 3 days. But before, it took them around a week to recover. And many people say that even after using this device, they even stopped to catch a cold in winter, which is, in Russia happens every winter usually, at least once. So it is an interesting and very useful positive influence. Also, some people say that they have more energy and they can endure higher load. For example, during doing sports, they can do much more than they used before, and their success is much higher because they're using this device during sports. As for structuring water, there was an interesting case. One of the users said that her cat began to drink this water, and it even began to demand her owner to give her this structured water. The cat didn't want to drink normal water anymore. So it is interesting that the extremely high frequencies are also applied to treating animals, and there are actually some studies on this topic. It has been done many times and by different users. Наверное, почти все. Okay, generally that's all I wanted to tell you about the testimonials. I can just give you one as an example. I can read it more. I can describe it in more detail, but we have many, so I don't want to translate all of them. It is a testimonial from a girl from Sakhalin. It's a Russian, the Sakhalin island in Russia. This girl is writing that the ketone device has begun a part of her everyday life. She is wearing it all the time, during day and also during night, and takes it off only while taking a shower because it's not water resist, and you should take it out, and it shouldn't be in contact with water. But apart from this time, she's wearing it all the time. And she says that she structures all her food and all her drinks with this bracelet, so it helps her a lot because she travels a lot to exotic countries, and she's afraid of different negative influences, of negative information she can get with the food and drinks. She says it helps her to raise the negative information with these frequencies. Also, she uses it every time after having stress, after being nervous, and it helps her to relax quickly. Whenever she feels pain, she uses it in the active mode on the place where she feels pain, and then puts the bracelet on the wrist. And within 4 hours, pain disappears every time. So it is also another way to use it. It's another way to use it. You can record the information from the painful place and then put it on your wrist so that the frequencies come in contact with your acupuncture points on your wrist. And the same. She also says that she and also all members of her family stopped catching cold in winter, and if by chance somebody does, they just recover very quickly within a couple of days. And they stopped using any kind of medicine. They use just this. So of course this therapy can't substitute all other therapies, and even it should be highlighted that if you have any disease, this should use the combination with other treatment. You shouldn't give up completely taking medicine or using other therapies. But for sure, it is a good assistant for you because it can facilitate the influence of other treatment, and it's a perfect thing for prevention, for improving your immunity, nervous system, so that you feel well in your everyday life. So that's all I wanted to tell you today. Just it's a very nice device. Those of you who haven't it yet can try it. It's very comfortable also. So see you next time. Next Thursday we will introduce some other product. It will be probably the water activator, the ketone water activator, a special device for structuring water. So have a nice day, and see you next Thursday.
Thank you, Maria. Thanks, Martina. Bye.